Hi students, we have again gathered here for the next session of our English basic grammar, right? So today we are going to learn about the sentence pattern. We are going to learn about the sentence patterns. Okay, the sentence patterns. What is the sentence patterns now? Fine. So let us see what the sentence pattern would be. Basic patterns which we have, basic patterns which we have in English, in English that are used, that are used, that are used when putting together a sentence. When putting together a sentence. Okay. When putting together a sentence. What is a sentence? Sentence is a group of word. Sentence means a group of word which makes sense, right? Which is making sense, right? So basic pattern in English that are used when putting together a sentence, right? The first one is subject plus verb. It is also, what is the subject? Let's take the short form of that. S plus V. Verb is what? What is subject? Subjects are every time, subjects are the nouns and pronouns. The subjects are nouns and pronouns. Fine. So the subjects are the nouns and the pronouns. Every time the subjects are the nouns or pronouns. Fine. In nouns we have many things, but now here we have only the nouns and the pronouns. Fine. So subject is noun and the pronoun. And what is verb? Verbs are action words. Verbs are action words, like play, okay, like play, dance, etc. Fine. So a subject is usually a noun or a pronoun, but it may also be a gerund, an infinitive, a clause, or a phrase, which we will be studying later on, children. What is gerund? What is infinitive? What is a clause? What is a phrase? We will be studying about that. Fine. The verbs in these patterns are action verbs or linking verbs. The verbs are related to what? They are related to linking verbs, or they are related to linking verbs or action verbs. Action verbs. Right? In this pattern, they are mostly linking verbs or action verbs. What are linking verbs? Which are joining together. Right? So these are linking. So it's important to consider that subjects or verbs are sometimes compound. Compound means two words together, like basketball. Okay, what are compounds? Now compounds means two things together. What are compounds? Compound means two words together, like basketball, right? Which we have the basketball. Then it can be football. Now here, what is this? Football. See, ball is also a noun and foot is also a noun. Basket is also a noun. Ball is also a noun. So these are what? These are compound nouns. Fine. These are compound nouns. That means there is more than one word serving as a subject or a verb in a sentence or a question. Fine. So let us take the first pattern. The first pattern is, what is the first pattern? The first pattern is S plus V. Okay, now let us take the example. Now what is the example? The example is, they live in Mumbai. Okay, they live in Mumbai. When I say they live in Mumbai, they is subject, live is verb. Fine. So this is the pattern which we are speaking. How? They is what? As I have told you, subjects can be nouns or pronoun. So here they is what? They is the subject. What is the subject? Subject is a pronoun here. So it can be a subject. Live. Live is what? They are living. So live here is verb. Right? Live here is verb. Okay. Did you understand this? Again, it can be the next one. Like it can be Minu plays. Okay, Minu plays. Minu plays. When I say Minu plays, Minu is what? It is subject again, because Minu is the name of a person, and name of a person means noun, and place is what? Place is verb. Fine. So this is how the first pattern. Now the second pattern. What is the second pattern? Now second pattern is subject plus verb plus object. Okay, subject plus verb plus object. This is the short form of subject. Okay, subject plus verb plus object. Now let us take an example. My brother bought a house. My brother bought a house. Fine. So now what is this? My brother bought a house. Now here what is the subject? What is the subject? The subject is brother. Fine. Bought is what? Bought is verb. And what is the object? The object is house. Okay, this is a direct object. My brother, there is no second or third person here. My brother bought a house. My brother, this is the subject. Fine, this is the subject. Bought a house. Bought is the verb, and a house is the object. Fine, fine children. So now next example, let us see. Now it could be the peon rang the bell. Fine. Who rang the bell? The peon. So the peon is what? Peon is what? Peon is the subject. And what is this rang the bell? Okay, rang is what? This is verb. And what is bell here? Bell is the object. Okay, did you understand, children? So this is one. Right? Now let us go for the next one. The next one is, third one is, we have the third one now. Okay, the third one is S plus V plus complement. S plus V plus complement. Now here this is subject plus verb plus complement. Fine. So now here let us take an example again. What is the example? The shoes are black. The shoes are black. Okay. Now what is the subject here? The subject is shoes. This is the subject. Are is what? Are is verb. And what is this black? This is complement. Okay, we call this as subject complement also. Why we call this as subject complement? Why do we call this as subject complement? We call this as subject complement because, see, the subject here is shoes. So the complement for the shoes is what? Shoes are black. So the subject is given complement. So the shoes are black. Subject, verb, complement. Understood, children? Let us take another example. This book is, or the book is red. The book is red. Fine. The book is red. The book is red. What am I doing? The book is red. I say the book is red. Okay. Now here book is what? This is a noun. So it is a subject. Fine. Is what? Verb. And red is what? It's an adjective. It is an adjective. It is an adjective, but adjective means what? See, it is telling about the giving more, it is complimenting the book. The book is red. It is saying that the book is red. So adjective, so it can be subject complement here too. Okay, it is subject complement, right children? Okay, now the next one. The next one is, the fourth one is subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. Okay, direct object. Now what is this? Okay, example, she gave her friend some advice. Fine. So what is this? She gave her friend some advice. So when I say she gave her friend some advice, here what is she? What is she here? She is the subject, right? She is the subject. And what is gave here? Gave here is verb. What is the direct subject here? The direct subject is advice. This is the direct subject. See, even I could have told she gave advice. Fine. It can be a meaningful sentence. Fine. But if I say she gave her friend, then what will happen? Is it a complete sentence? No. So she gave her friend some advice. So she is subject, verb. Okay, this is direct subject. This will be direct object, not subject. Direct object, and her friend. Okay, this friend is indirect object. Children, did you understand this? See, this is very, I know that this becomes a bit confusing for you all. See, what is this pattern? This sentence pattern is subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. Okay, now what is the example which I gave you? She gave her friend some advice. When I say she gave her friend some advice, if I say she gave her friend, is this a complete sentence? No, it is not a complete sentence. So what is it? She gave her friend some advice. So here if I say she gave her friend advice, of course it becomes meaningful. So advice will be, there are two objects in the sentence, so advice will be direct object and friend will be indirect object. Fine children. So I suppose you must have understood children that what it is. See, it is useful to identify these things. Okay, which word is object, which word is subject, which is direct object, which is direct subject, etc. We have to go on, right? So when we say these all things are, these are determining the pattern of the sentence. So that is the reason why we call it as subject pattern. For example, Bob works. Okay, Bob works. Now if I'm going to write, say you in this way, Bob works at a shoe store in the mall. So in the first sentence the subject is Bob and the verb is work. Okay, now just listen to the other one. In the middle of the room there is a table. Fine. In the middle of the room there is a table. When I say this, in the middle of the room there is a table, what is there? See, subject is there, the verb is, and the complement is table. Fine. So in this way we go on. So sentences that you learn about are basic sentence pattern. These are all basic sentence pattern. So these are the four basic sentence pattern. Later on we will study about the more one with subject plus verb plus noun, subject plus verb plus adverb, subject plus verb plus adjective. So we will be studying about these all things. Fine children. So this was what we call it as sentence pattern. Right, children? So we will meet in the next session very soon. Thank you, children.